The concept of speciesism is often misunderstood, even by vegans, so I wanted to provide a short and sweet and shareable explanation. Speciesism is often dismissed because it is assumed that to be anti-speciesist, you must view a human and a fruit fly as equal. When understood in this way, speciesism seems completely asinine. But this is based on a misunderstanding. To be speciesist is to discriminate based on species membership alone. In general, I value the life of a human over the life of a chicken, and the life of a chicken over the life of a fruit fly. But my value assessment is based on factors other than species membership, such as lifespan, emotional range, and the social impact of loss. These factors relate to happiness and suffering, the basis for morality. Innocence is another factor in our value assessments. In the hypothetical scenario where I could only save one, I'd rescue the pig and let Donald Trump drown in the lake. Simply belonging to the species Homo sapiens does not make one's life inherently more valuable. Since speciesism is often compared to other isms, it is important to note that comparisons are not equivalences. Speciesism is not exactly like racism, just as racism is not exactly like homophobia. To engage in comparison is to recognize similarities while also acknowledging differences. Human and non-human animal suffering are alike in some ways and different in other ways. Just as the LGBTQ struggle is like the Black struggle in some ways, but different in others. Even among the LGBT community, there are differences in experiences. The trans experience is quite different from the gay experience. The experience of trans women is different from the experience of trans men. Yet they're united in their common struggle. Humans are animals, so we should include non-human animals in our fight for liberation. There is no hierarchy of oppression. Speciesism, like other isms, is a form of discrimination based on arbitrary characteristics. Our valuation of certain species as worthy of protection and others not is morally arbitrary. Laws that protect companion animals from cruelty and abuse do not apply to farm animals. Even though cows, pigs, and chickens are not different from dogs and cats in terms of their capacity to suffer. Despite being sentient beings, livestock are classified as commodities. Difference in treatment is not inherently wrong. When our reasons for treating a certain group differently are grounded in a rational moral framework, we're engaging in fair discrimination. To illustrate this, we don't give children the same rights as adults, as they lack certain abilities and responsibilities. It would be unsafe for a young child or a blind person to operate a motor vehicle. Thus, not allowing young children or adults with certain disabilities to obtain a driver's license is rational. Such discrimination is fair and just. Ableism is unfair discrimination based on a person's limited abilities or the mistreatment of people with disabilities. Speciesism is a form of ableism, as people attempt to justify it by appealing to non-human animals' limited abilities and perceived lack of intelligence. They don't contribute to society like humans do. But some humans have the same level of cognition as other species, or physical disabilities that prevent them from being productive members of society. And I think most leftists understand that viewing these humans as lesser is wrong. So why are we comfortable viewing chimps, whales, dolphins, and elephants as lesser beings? These are creatures with comparable lifespans, emotions, and social bonds. And even beings we deem lesser because of their lesser capacity to suffer, like insects for example, still deserve the basic right to freedom from exploitation. It's true that to exist on this planet is to cause harm to others. By building a home and growing food to sustain ourselves, we're displacing other animals. Such harm is an unavoidable reality. But veganism, rooted in anti-speciesism, is about minimizing harm by recognizing that all sentient beings are worthy of moral consideration. I hope this video offers clarity and makes people think twice about proudly wearing the label speciesist. It's not a good look. Alright, thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for next week.
Yo, how when me eat them, I wonder when me eat. When me tell them say me no eat no fish, no meat now. How when me eat them, I wonder when me yam. When me tell them say that I'm a vegan man. How when me eat them, I wonder when me eat.